Let's talk about the Giants and the upcoming draft. Welcome back to the Brian Mansell Show. If you guys are tuned in for the first time, this is Brian Mansell, sports media professional, been in the industry a couple of years, and I talk about everything in college football and the NFL. But enough about me. Let's talk about the Giants and the draft. I mean, the draft is upcoming. They're trying to figure out what they want to do. There's been a lot of debate on what they should do. But Mike Tannenbaum, the former Jets general manager, I won't fill you in on what he did and what he's most notable for, but there's a reason he's former. He left them in cap space hell in 2012 after failing to find any success with all the signings and acquisitions he made, then losing all of them in free agency and in terrible trades that left him in cap space hell for the next 3 years that the other general manager and coaches had to deal with. So, not exactly the best opinion in this, but he made a bad mock trade for the draft on ESPN's show Get Up this morning. And this isn't the first bad take he's had. He spoke on his Jets earlier yesterday and mentioned that they should go ahead and trade or sign Russell Wilson to back up Aaron Rodgers. In what world does that make sense? But never mind that. Let's talk about this trade with the Giants, where he suggests the Giants should trade with the Bears and move up to number 1. Let's take a look at this hypothetical, shall we? Can we talk about this? The Giants would give up their first round pick this year, which is the 6th overall pick, a very good pick. They give up their second round pick this year, and then their first and second round pick next year. Out on top of a guy who just came off a really good year, sophomore defensive end, Kayvon Thibodeau. That's a big loss. He had a really good year all the way around. And all to get the number 1 overall pick to pick a quarterback who won't have any protection. And he won't have any receivers to throw to. And I'll get into that a little bit more in just a second. You're the general manager of the Giants, right? You have to make a decision on your future. Understand that Daniel Jones is going to the second year of his 4-year deal that he's dealing with right now. The guaranteed money is guaranteed for this second season. So if you were to let him go now, you're taking on a lot of dead space and cap. So why would you make that move? You're going to have to make this a make or break year. Next year, you can afford to make that decision. But right now, no. So here's the simple answer. Would you rather make it work with your quarterback, put him in the best situation to win right now, Daniel Jones, that is, by getting him a wide receiver with the 6th overall pick, bringing in some guys in free agency, maybe bringing in a decent tackle, shifting Evan Neal to the guard spot, and get yourself an interior offensive lineman in the draft. And then on top of that, get a nice running back free agency, or there's plenty of good ones in this draft too. Like, there are good guys out there you can get, like Dylan Laube from New Hampshire. He's a good pick. Marshawn Lloyd from USC. Maybe go out there and try to get Jonathan Brooks from Texas. There's a lot of options the Giants have here. A lot of decisions at their disposal. You're better off going ahead and keeping your draft capital to build a winning culture the right way than having to go out and try to buy it. Because right now, because I hear things from around the league, you're not going to get anybody really good to come to the Giants at this moment unless you establish a winning culture and a front office that the veteran players will believe in and get behind. Because that's why teams like the Ravens were successful in getting free agents. That's why teams like Tampa Bay were successful in getting free agents. Teams like that who were able to reel them in sold them on the idea of a winning culture that they wanted to get behind. A team that could win a Super Bowl. A team that can make the playoffs. A team that can win the division. The Giants can't sell that pipe dream right now. Same goes for the Jets. The only thing the Jets can sell is the fact that they got Aaron Rodgers. And even that's coming into question at this point. So what's better? Trading for a guaranteed franchise quarterback who will likely get destroyed just like Justin Fields did in Chicago for his first 3 years, or use that draft capital to give your quarterback one last shot, and then after the season, invest in a quarterback maybe in the draft if you need to. Shedeur Sanders is one of the top quarterbacks going into next season's draft. And then on top of that, you can completely have all the weapons at his disposal to succeed. So no matter what happens with Daniel Jones, whatever rookie you bring in next season or whatever veteran you bring in next season will have all the tools at his disposal to win. I think the decision's pretty obvious. So once again, nothing but love and respect for Mike Tannenbaum, but never, and I mean never, make a mock trade like that again.